The president now has two options. Either he resigns now, in which case the Speaker of the Parliament will temporarily take his place, and then she will sign the bill, and after that, the law will be promulgated, or he signs this constitutional amendment by himself. We have just fulfilled the will of our voters.
For more, we're very joined by Zoltan Bloomberg's Eastern Europe editor. So listen, we've been talking now, it's been sort of a while since Magyar has taken office. There's been this sort of great sense of trying to the de-Orbanification of Hungary. How significant is this step in that process?
Yes, hi Oliver. It's definitely significant. It's probably the most significant step since April's landslide election victory for Peter Magyar. Although the Hungarian president is largely a ceremonial office, clearly for Magyar, he is a symbol of the Orban regime, a vestige, if you will. So he says, even though he would be unlikely to block any serious change in terms of government policy, he says Súlyog needs to be removed because he was fully aligned with Viktor Orban ever since he took office.
And thinking about the sort of broader project for Peter Magyar, obviously there was a huge amount of optimism for those who are sort of anti-Orban and pro-Magyar after his election, obviously with that two-thirds majority. But for those of us who have sort of lost sight of it since he was elected, how is that process going? And is there still that faith that Peter Magyar can bring all of those changes to bear?
Yeah, I think that's a really important point to make because let's remember a little more than 3 months ago, Orban's regime seemed invincible, both from inside Hungary and probably from outside Hungary. I mean, President Trump has, he repeatedly hailed Orban as sort of the symbol of a strong leader. Now he's watching the World Cup. He's nowhere to be seen as Peter Magyar is taking a sledgehammer to sort of his political heritage. And he's moving at warp speed, really unfreezing European funds, tackling corruption, as he says, trying to rebuild the rule of law, and also to claw back, potentially billions of euros in plundered state assets.
Yeah, and let's also think about Hungary and its sort of position in geopolitics on the wider stage, obviously within Europe and within the world, because obviously it's a relatively small nation, but has been the single blocker of a huge amount of EU action, obviously falling now more in line with the EU. And so basically give us some context around that, but also how close Hungary is to actually getting those frozen funds from the European Union.
Yeah, let's start with the latter. I mean, it is close. It's essentially, it has access now to those funds. It's now really sort of getting the projects for which it can actually tap the money. And, they are under that high deadline, especially the post-pandemic European Union funds expire at the end of August. But now it seems that they have the projects lined up for it. They have the political green light from the European Union and the member states. So really now it's just up to the government to move and to tap those funds. So I think investors also realize that money is likely going to come, if not in full, but most of them will arrive. And geopolitically, obviously, as you mentioned, Magyar's message was that Hungary is coming back to Europe. It's going to rejoin the European mainstream. It's going to be, as he says, a constructive voice in the room, both in the European Union and in NATO. Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to say yes to everything. You can tell that Magyar likes to drive a hard bargain. As he says, he's defending Hungary's interests, just like other leaders are defending their own.